All right. Hello, my name is Kathleen Freitak, and I work with a group called Solidarity 2020 and Beyond, which is a human rights and social justice movement that works with groups around the world in about 80 countries in the global south, and very seasoned, amazing human rights defenders around the world. We supported the initial work to build a team to support Sulطanة, the amazing woman human rights defender in occupied Western Sahara in Bوجدور. As Adrian mentioned, she was the key member, one of the key members of a poor person team that were able to get into her home where she was being tortured, raped, poisoned by the occupation authorities, and to be able to support them with what we call unarmed civilian protection. So civilians that go, when governments aren't working, when UN special rapporteurs can't get into a situation, to go and try to help provide protection and support for human rights defenders that are being targeted and are at risk. While there, we helped with the media piece, we helped support the political piece back home. And we found that especially the women were really amazing. And as Adrian mentioned earlier, they would come to the roof. They finally had access to meet with her and her family for the first time in over a year. And they would bring the flag, they would chant freedom for Western Sahara, self-determination. And after leaving, they would be beaten by the Moroccan officials and intelligence, some of them very seriously. And many people that tried to visit her and support when they left were at risk, including children. It was extremely horrendous, what we found, very brutal, some of the worst that we've seen in the world as far as how human rights defenders were treated. All of them were civilians. All of them were using nonviolent struggle and nonviolence for the Western Sahara cause, which it's known for around the world. We are a group of the Western Sahara Committee in the U.S., and we have a broad group of organizations. Some of them are faith-based, some of them are human rights-based. So a number of groups that really are spread out through American society in different towns, different cities, and we are really trying to work to get this issue known in the U.S. It isn't well known. People don't know that Western Sahara is the last occupied country in Africa, that you're dealing with colonialization. I work a lot with the Palestinian cause for the last 30, 35 years, and we are seeing the importance of the connection between the self-determination movements, the fact that Israel and the King of Morocco and the government are working closely together on intelligence, on stealing land, on settlements, on water theft, on natural resource theft, very, very similar issues. We've seen hundreds of millions of people come out in the streets. We've seen the support actually from people from Western Sahara and the occupied territories and the camps. And that's been really amazing to see that solidarity of occupied people that won't give up the fight, that are willing to risk their lives, their futures, for their culture, for what they believe in, and for their basic human rights and dignity and freedom. And so we will continue to struggle. We are going to continue to do our best to get to the press and the media, religious groups, political groups in the U.S. and labor unions as well, students, because we're not going to give up the fight, because we know that the Sahrawis will not give up the fight. And so we will continue to be in solidarity, to be led by you and what you're asking us to do and what you need, but to do the best we can and to work with Europeans and other parts of the world to make it a really global solidarity movement. Thank you.